NITRA, Ashutosh Naikji, and the incoming president, NITRA, and then office periods of NITRA, the incoming and then outgoing. And my distinguished alumni of NIT Rourkela, it gives me immense pleasure to be present here for this 60th annual general body meeting. As Mr. Ashok Basa has already stated that I am a little preoccupied with the preparations that are required to make for me and then my wife. We are going to Canada to join my son and then my daughter-in-law. And until now we haven't really packed our luggages, and so that's the only reason, because I'm just trying to make it clear that I could have stayed little longer and then through the entire process of the meeting, but then as you all know that there are so many restrictions for carrying the luggage, and I'm going to my son. The last which I visited Canada was 2019. That means it's almost like after 5 years that we are going there. And the good news which I just want to share with all of you is that we are going to become the grandparents. They scheduled the date of the new child of our family is after the first week of June. And the only thing is that we don't know it again. The schedule will be a few days earlier, a few days later. And then as far as NIT Rourkela and then alumni is concerned, it is never that NIT Rourkela has been really traveling alone. We have the support and then an armoring shield by the members of the alumni, the NITRA and all that one. And it has been a common dream and it has been a common endeavor of the entire fraternity of NIT Rourkela that NIT Rourkela has to really create an image and then leave certain impressions with the alumni as well as the students who are there on campus. NIT Rourkela has been really striving very hard since the time when it has really, just for some reasons which is beyond our control, that it has slipped from its position from second amongst the NITs to third. And we have been working very hard, and I'm really confident that your alma mater is really competent enough to really get back to its position. And then it gives me immense pleasure to state that in Times ranking, this year's Times ranking in Asia, it has really come up by 200 ranks, and now today it is placed at 180. And then in India, amongst the institutions of engineering category, we are standing at 15th. Again, I would like to put on record that we have surpassed NIT Trichy, and then we have also surpassed NIT Rourkela. It only indicates that never NIT Rourkela was behind. The only thing is that there are certain parameters which are beyond our control, where we cannot really contribute to improve our performance there. The only parameter which is still enigma for me, that why are we really losing our points in that one, that is the perception. Perception is one thing. When in the rest of the parameters, like the research and then patents and consultancies and then projects, various other parameters, and then the graduate outcome, that means how the students are placed and all that one, when it was going little low, perception was high at 35 points out of 100. And then when we have really crossed, in fact, overseeded Trichy as well as even patents as well as the projects are concerned, we have even crossed IIT Hyderabad. And then today there are more than 150 patents have been filed, and then 57 patents are granted. And in 2022, when I really joined this institution, the total patents were less than 16. And now, in this 2 years' time, we have improved our patents. Grant of patents is 57. Okay, so now this is a stupendous performance in the, as far as the institution per se is concerned. But then, what really does not make me understand is that our perception has gradually is slipping down from 35, 36 to last year it was 17. And this is one thing which is an enigma, and this is one thing which we all have got to take into account and then see how the perception means, how do people, alumni, and then people around look at our institution, and then where are we really falling there. Okay, though it appears that the weightage given to perception is only 10, but then in that 10, our marks are 1.7. So it's like, even if I have really talked to our Honorable Minister of Education, Mr. NITRAAN, that perception is not in the control of NIT Rourkela. Perception is in the control of Minister of Education. So I said that I will be competing, and I will definitely get back to the position, and then not only the second position, rather I will get to first position among NITs, taking perception as 0. I don't want even 1.7. I make it 0, and then with the 0 and perception, and the rest other 5 parameters, we are competent enough to score so much that we will be the number 1, because NIT Rourkela, having really, I'm from IIT Kharagpur, and then having worked at NIT Surathkal for 5 years as the institution head, right? NIT Rourkela is no less to any of the older IITs in terms of its research potential, in terms of the number of departments that we have, and then the performance of individual department, and then the consultancies, and then even today, NIT Rourkela has Foundation for Technology Incubation, and then very few of the NITs have this sort of an entity which is promoting these startup initiatives. And then one of the startup initiatives, which you must have really heard from everyone in the papers also, Croatia, it has crossed the boundaries, national boundaries. Now it is now recognized all over across the globe. And then in fact I was told that, I think Ashok Basa only told me that they are going to make their presence in United States of America as well. And so this is how the potential of, in any aspect and every aspect, whichever the institution is really embarking on, it is etching its mark, and that mark is remarkable. And then in this journey, I'm really proud to state that my alumni has always been there with us, and then they are making the contributions significant. And then one such contribution is about the conversion of the waste to the energy, and then as well as the environmental issues which we are really taking up. And then NIT Rourkela, with their support from the alumni, it has really initiated to create the facility to convert the waste which we are, bio waste that we are generating on campus to energy. And then Professor Sabyasachi Mishra, and then Himanshu Sahu, as well as Professor Manoj Mishra, these are all the people who are associated with this particular project of converting the energy from waste, bio waste. And then I please request you to excuse me for allowing me to leave this meeting, because I'm in the middle, halfway of my packing. And then wish me all the very best. And then your best wishes will always be there with me. It means a lot for us and then for our family, because we are in the process of really inviting the new entry into our family. Thank you very much, and wish you all the very best.